Hello こんにちは。コンドゥフリークス vs T1 始まりました。初戦はボコボコにされたコンドゥ。ピックバンを変えましょう。エリースこれダメだ。エリースセットやばかったね。でもあれエリースがいたからできたわけで、エリースがいなければセトはやらないでしょう。コンドゥがバイ、エリース、ライズバン、ケイトリン取るよってことか。 T1 まずルシアンをバン、ゼリユーミあります、ケイトリンあります。バンすると取れなくなっちゃうからあえて開けるか。コンドゥのコーチは CB マックスカッサンテバン。何をファーストピックする？ケイトリン No マオカイ。ぶっ壊れチャンピオン。マオカイ相手はセジュ&サイラス。サイラスのアルティメットがカウンターっちゃカウンターだけど、サイラスを出すにはちょっと怖いよね。ブラインドだと。
I think Caitlyn's strong into so many things, but Ash Varus is also just an easy lock-in here for T1 if you'd like to have it, and it's the strongest lane right now.
バルスがあればケイトリン相手いける。ゼリー相手もいけるってことか。サポート強いの選ばないといけないけどね。
We might just see a different version of Guangdong Freaks allowing T1 to have draft Nirvana here.
And once it, like, I love this as well because, I think they should probably pick the Ashe, personally. But that's fine, considering the Sylas for now. But I think if they locked in Varus Ashe, then you have a lot more flexibility, right? As
セジュ、やっぱ魔王カイトはセジュか。
Very strange. Okay. Well, remember, Guangdong weren't willing to play the Ashe in the previous game when it was open.
魔王カイトのウルトをセジュが食らってあげればいいんじゃないかな。ボディブロックで。セジュ勝手に。ゼリユーミ。じゃあバラスと何行く？サポート。
The lane we just watched, this is one of them.
Yeah.
This one is on the list of lanes that you should not play into Varus Ashe.
ここでサポートを選ぶのが多いよね。デュオボット選んでジャングル選んでってのがすごい多いな。
Karma is also good here.
ボトムメタ。ケイトリン。
Support Varus, support Caitlyn, who cares? One of those things that happen.
これが
Basically what this is T1 are going to have two range champions that outrange
もうレーンを勝てばそれでいいの究極型。
And Zeri and Yumi are not allowed to enter the lane, and therefore it doesn't matter who the support is because they're just not allowed to play the game.
At this point, I feel like Guma and Keria could not buy a
ハイマー相手でもないんだけどな。もうボトムはプッシュすれば勝ち。タワープレート取れるから。どんなサポートでもタワープレート取ってウェーブ押し込んで CS つけてダイブすれば勝ち。そういうメタ。タワープレートメタよね。ボトムだけは最初から柔らかいからもうレベル1から削れる。ゼリとユーミで対応できるわけがない。
Alright, let's see what Guangdong actually lock in here because we're already very worried, but it's not over yet, and things can change here as the Sylas does get banned away, which does lead into, it looks like they're very likely want to play the Azir. Ziggs here, a really interesting ban.
ケイトリンサポートできるこの実力があってだからね、ケリアは。ケリアマジで何でもできるんだな。純粋なサポートメインにはできるわけないよね。うまいサポートメインってのはさ、もともと他のロールをやってた人間だよな。ケリアってどこやってたの？どこやってたっけ？ミッドだって気がする。
As okay, here is the Azir. So we're not going for that. The Azir will be locked in for Faker. It was banned in game 1. Champion that Faker is pretty
もともとミッドレーナーか。やっぱミッドレーナーって何でも使えるんですね。ちなみに俺も NA マスターミッドメインです。
could work here for Bulldog, but he has to play it very well, and the rest of the composition is a little bit disjointed with the Akali. You have two good targets in the backline, but because it's support here, AD carry support, you're going to have problems potentially if you dive in because there's just so much damage in this comp and Peel. So it's bold to go for that choice, as they will lock the Renekton first here. It's going to be the blind one. And will they put Bulldog on Caitlyn? Or will they just put him on a Victor and hope for the scaling? Oh, sorry, not Caitlyn, excuse me, Akali.
Yeah, the Akali looks to be the option here.
WCS の頃からケイトリンサポートの練習はしてたらしい。
Either nah, or they could play Kennen again. I honestly feel like the Kennen would be kind of cool. Although, Sejuani value is going to be extraordinarily low. So at least with a
Jace っすか。レネクトン相手。悪くないけど確かに。有利だけど。でもジャンクが怖いよね。魔法界レネクトンは。ワードなかったら 100% 終わるからな。
Now we get to see exactly who's going to be playing what. I assume that it's going to be Kuma on Caitlyn and Keria on Varus.
I think so, because that's what makes the most sense.
ケイトリンとジェイスって、でも今回ケイトリンサポートか。ケイトリンがいるってことは必ずボトムを見なきゃいけないのよ。こけたらおしまいだから。特に今回ケイトリンサポートでしょ。いや、これワンチャンバルスサポートか。のケイトリンサポート。Hello, こんにちは。コンドゥフリックス vs T1。ジェイスは征服者。ギャンクされたら死ぬマッチアップです、トップ。ジェイスのために誰かワード置いてくれたかな？セジュアニが置いてくれたっぽい。これ重要だね。レーンかなり強気でプレイできる。これをソロ級でもらえないんだよね。トップのブッシュ手前と真ん中照らしてほしいわ、味方に。ケリアまたバリア。サポートケイトリンまたバリアです。もうレベル1から回すってことか、バリアを。今回ヘイル・オブ・ブレード。ヘイル・ブレードです。3発早いよ、パンパンパン。レーン勝つためだね。しかもケイトリン射程長いからミニオンのダメージ食らわないんじゃない？殴ってもパンパンパンバリアパン。やばいだろこれ。
I love that. Or okay, yeah, you tricked me for a second. I was like, I don't think he barriered, but yes, Keria barriered, and now Hatayun is at 1/3 health.
サポートっていうロールをナーフしないといけない。あまりにもサポート依存が高すぎるこのゲーム。このパッチはまだユーミの射程が500あるよ。次のパッチ。俺たちの今の現在のパッチは 13.1B だよ。これは1週間前の試合だし、今日の試合もまだアップデートされてないんだけどさ、プロでは。ユーミもう射程が75ナーフされちゃってるよ。終わります。ケイトリン相手で200ぐらい差があるんじゃない？
I think he's already nailed it. I think he's already absolutely fantastic in his position. Fantastic stuff. Zeus. Oh my goodness. If that empowered shock blast had landed, Dudu's dead.
当たってても殺せないけど。すげえアグレッシブだね。
Well, let's see. There's the flash. Dudu is very, very dead, but can he get something back? The answer is yes, and that's an execution.
エクセキュートかよ、しかも。11交換でもファッキンワースなのにエクセキュートだよ。レネクトン、ウェーブロスがでっけえ。見てこのでけえウェーブの作り方。クソでかいウェーブ作ってだいぶよ。HP 削っといて。セジョアニはトップキャンプからのトップにインベード。もう JS がこれをやるっていうことを前提の動きだね。ゆっくりでけえウェーブ作ってダイブするよっていう動き。ブルーは食ってたけど予定を変更してダイブ。魔王界これでブルー行くのすげえな。トップ直行やろ。これジャングルギャップです。
And it looked a bit
これレ
weird,
ネ
right?
クトン
Because
絶
I
対
think
見ねえ
Vitto's
と、ウ
target
ェーブが
was
倒しに行った瞬間にもうアラート鳴らないと、
But he did it so
やべえやべ
that
え。
even if there was a slice or a dice
あれブルーにいたの
available
マジで
from
欲張りだ。
Doodoo, he was going to hit him regardless.
あれソロ級だったらクソほどピンたかれてトップレーナー抜けます。
Trying to do what he can here. Does
マオ
have
カ
to
イブル
flash
ー食っ
away
てるのあれ
though.
マジで犯
Carrier
罪。
also misses the Peacemaker, but you can see the looming Piggy. Owner making his way in, and Winter's Wrath's going to come down, and despite the fact that a few things worked out, I think this
どうなってんだ
still
これ。
is going to go in the wrong direction. The permafrost comes in, Owner survives.
生きるの？
Carrier
死んでもワースなのに。
also lives. Moham's dead, and the Piggy goes down, but it doesn't matter. Look at all these minions.
Look at all the minions that
もう
they are
ね
not
ジャン
going
グ
to
ルの
get.
命
It
と
is a
タワー下の
repeat
ADC はね交換していいのよ。
here going into this second
ウ
game
ェー
of
ブ
the
が食えねえんだか
last
ら
one.
経験値と
Just a little
CS の
bit
差がつくん
different
だから。
circumstances here. It's not the full dive with Faker coming down on set.
これジャングルの皆さん特に初心者とか初心者っていうかねまだレートが低い方々はジャングルのメインの方はちょっとダイブをしないんじゃないですかね。でもこういうマインドでいけばダイブもね気楽にいけるんじゃない。お ADC と交換すればファッキンワースじゃん。ダイブ試してみようって。
Getting nervous. Let's check this one out again.
Yeah, what you just said has a lot more meanings than one. Okay, so Moham detaches here. They put a lot of damage onto Owner, takes one extra turret shot here. And Moham decides, okay, can't kill Carrier. Just gonna hope that I can get that last auto onto Owner. He does, just barely. Yumi's clearly OP. Glad we're nerfing that on the next patch.
It's autos, man, and we are nerfing those. So
やべえな。
glad you brought that up.
やっ
A
ぱ
dive that's
ウ
executed
ェーブプッシュしてたり
with no flash
レーン
on
勝って
Owner,
るとねジャングラー
and it's
が
still just beautiful. The way they pull it off.
選択肢が広がるよ
Part
ね
of。it is just the nature of what Varus and the Caitlyn could do, but also part of it was how they flashed it, how they played it at super low health. Like they're just. This is the
ケイトリン
hardest
サポ
skill
ート
check
脅威
that they're showing us right now.
アンブラルグレーブかな。
If this fails, the dive fails and the Zeri gets ahead.
まあもちろんケイトリンサポートね強いんだけどリスクは高いです。これでレーン負けたらもう GG。Go next。だから見てて面白いっていうのもあるな。
No, 100%. No, you're exactly right. This is still a tightrope walk, and this draft gap is nowhere near the same as in game number one. Game number one, there was like T1 could do everything face up and still just win because their champs did stuff that were better than the opposing champs in the positions that they put themselves in.
Yeah, the difference in this game is that T1 can do those things
セジュアニ
if they play
そのままトッ
like
プに直行
T1.
です。
Yeah,
Guess what? They're T1.
yeah, and they probably will be T1 as Youngjae has to flash. Permafrost almost stacked up there as Twisted Advance to get on in. Youngjae is going to see what he can do. That's the wrong turret. He's still dead. And that's going to be Zeus picking up that kill. But Bulldog now to come on forward will be able to pick it up. Perfect execution is exactly that. And the young player doing fantastic work already.
This was a bit of an overextension
レネ
here
クトン
for
とマオカイの
T1, and
CC なんか
Zeus
絶
is
対避けられないから
squishy. You know, at this stage of the
カー
game,
ダイブされたら
Judo has level
終
6,
わっちゃうから
so
押し込まれちゃいけないんだけど
and you're playing with a Maokai
ここでウェーブを押し込まれてしまった。セジュアニは寄ってくれてはいたけどミッドの寄りが明かりがね早かったですね。これはしょうがない。もともと明かりは味方がトップダイブするっていう情報があったんでプッシュしてたんでしょう。フェイカーはその情報がなかったからプッシュが遅れた。ケイトリン犠牲になる。私が死ぬ。ソロ級のサポートケイトリンバラスの後ろに隠れそう。やっぱねこのゲームねウェーブをでかく作って動くのが強い。ジェウスバフしようぜ。ジェウスが使っても弱えこのジェウス。エビさんが言ってた。いくら JS が強くても序盤有利取れてもワンキャンクされて死んだらそれでゲームオーバー。エビさんの3日前の言葉です。配信に俺がコメントして読んでもらったもん。エビさん JS バフされました。5722になりました。どうですか。今メタ的に良くないね。加算って相手には絶対勝てないしジャック相手は有利取れるけどワンキャンクで終わりだからね。
As we were trying to watch this, the turret's going to fall down. That's all of the plates. Bottom lane's still a disaster, but this was pretty cool.
Youngjae smashes him towards this Renekton who has ult available, and Zeus is just so squishy.
Yeah, well, Zeus might also be dead again. He is. Taeyun is going to
一
go
生
down
ジェイ
as
スしばか
well.
れてるじゃん。あんだけ序盤有利取って1対1でクソほど有利だったのにワンギャンクで本当に終わってんじゃん。
Put plates on those turrets.
Yeah.
They're
あいつ耐久力カスすぎるんだよ。
Is a lot of, it's a lot of money.
This is just Kwangdong giving up bottom.
Yeah, Faker's going to come on over. The backflip does come forward. Emperor's Divide avoided. Very nice. Ace in the hole comes in, and Bulldog has to flash. Oh my goodness. That,
ただジェイスを潰してる間にね、ボトムはセカンドタワー行ってるんだけど、
at
ジェイスはギブだよ。ジェイスはおとり。
Zeus gonna grab plate mid, and top side we do see. Forgive me, those watchers. This is my first time on a game like this. I'm a little bit awkward about this. I'm a little bit nervous. But yeah, this is really greedy here for the plate from Zeus. He's just.
何ターンショット食らったん？すげえダメージ食らった。
There's not really much forgiveness for this one. That's just straight up greed. But up here on the follow up, he's just chain CC.
まあ一歩前出過ぎたな。タワーアップレート取ろうとして。
Pick up some extra gold. Bit of a mistake here, how that's juggled, and he actually takes way too much damage, and Owner will trade it back. But still, picking up some money on the Zeri. 3 assists now she has.
Yeah, Zeus might be in trouble again as Dudu level up.
味方寄ってはいるけどどうだ時間稼げるか？弾けるけどね。
He can move him back, so I don't think that Zeus is going to die here or anything like that. And Owner is going to turn up as well.
One thing I want to say is that Kwangdong have really just committed to our bot lane doesn't exist. Let's make sure that top lane doesn't exist. And it might have been something that CV Max said to them during the break after that last game. And next time this happens, you collapse on the Kennen, you kill him, you actually make sure that he can't play the game. You change their weak side to be an extreme weak side. But now the lane swap comes through. Yeah. And this is where you have to actually commit heavier. Youngjae has his ultimate here, but he's not where he needs to be to stop this from going down. So this is just going to go down for free, and so much money is being given over.
Well, Taeyun's still going to dive on in.
ゼリが入ってきた。でもバルスがアルティメットでレネクトンを捕まえたし殺してるぞ。レネクトンなんで死んだ？どこで死んだ？
Not entirely sure how that one happened. Ace in the hole flying towards Bulldog as Faker, still at full health, was making his way up. I like the idea from
バラス
Kwangdong
ケイトリンでタワー一瞬で壊せるね。アジールもいるし。
Yeah, I mean the
射程が長え。
aggressive wall ride
バラスケイトリン。
Taeyun there, I think really speaks volumes to the player's mentality right now. Is hoping that you can pop off and carry, hit a big ult, and grab like 3 kills there as your dream.
ジェイスって難易度高いインティングサイオン感あるな。ジェイスのパッシブ変えてくれよ。サイオンのパッシブにしてほしい。そしたらマジでジェイス強いわ。
But now that as they try to come over here and defend with this Yuumi and Zeri ult, the split is good.
あれで死ぬんだ。
But you've just
バラ
sacrificed
ス
your
の
life.
WQ のダメージエグ。
You know, it's not the play. You're desperate, you're frustrated, you're trying to make something happen up here, but if T1 don't misplay there, you throw your life away.
That is precisely what happened. 30 CS is the difference here. 2,000 gold, the lead for Gumyushi. That's what happened. And this time it wasn't because he killed all of the champions, although he's done a pretty good job of that as well. It's because he's killed 2.5 turrets.
Yeah, and he's about to get, he's looking for number 3.
Yeah, I'd say this is like, he's already up to 3, having, as soon as this plate goes down, I'm going to say 3. There it is. Chains of Corruption go wide. In true Varus fashion.
They both have flash and they both have insane range, so they're not too worried about the retreat here.
Wow.
Oh dear. Ace in the hole is going to come in, but it's going to be
でもサポートケイトリンも狙われてる。
This one does not work.
ケイトリンウルト打ってて見えてなかったかな。
Actually kind of cute how that one went down as Bulldog looks for the backflip, does not
うま
get
いし
it.
クールにフラッシュを吐く。
Makes it under the turret, so he'll be fine. So
HP も削られないんで
0-2
バックする必要もない。
this time around,
でかいね。
for the support Caitlyn debut. It will be a Chemtech Soul.
ケミテックソウルだから木の実がたくさんあって面白いね。ブラスティングコーンの射程が2倍になったり、バルスフラッシュ切ったから狙われる。テレポートをするがどうだ。
Finally, he gets his shutdown.
おかえりだっつ。
It's been a long time coming.
Lot of money.
Long time coming.
What was that, like 650 or?
I think it was 650. Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
It's a lot of money for the Zeri, who needs to back more respectfully, but will.
Ow.
And the Maokai set up there, very good, punishing the greed once again for T1, but they're still trading up. You know, that's the thing. You get these punishes off not every time.
トータルゴールドは
Sometimes
2000ゴールドちょっと T1 有利か。
When we get to team fights later, oh!
In the hole, going to be blocked by
Poke,
Bulldog.
poke.
Very nicely done. T1 will move over towards the bottom side river. And it's looking like just the Rift Scuttler that's on their mind. Let's check this one out one more time. As while this was happening, we saw that Keria aims the ace in the hole, but immediately Quantum Freaks walk over and kill him.
Yeah, he had a control ward and trap set up there, so I guess he thought, oh, I'm pretty safe to do this, except he revealed himself with that ult, and they just collapse and kill him. Then move on to Gumayusi, who just barely gets caught by the Nature's Grasp, pushed back into Taeyun, picks up the 650. A shutdown gold in Azeri's arms, and this is still not a good game state, but things like this are what Kwangdong have decided they're going to try to do is they looked for that lane
これ
swap,
ケイトリ
tried
ン
to
サ
deal
ポー
with
トだ
that
からね
topside.
ゲーム早く畳まないと
That time, Taeyun has 3 deaths this game, but this time finally the third real try.
ゼリユーミレード
He
ゲーム
picks up a
最強
kill,
だ
picks
よ
up some shutdown. It's not all good news, but there's some good news.
No, it is. And honestly, this is a game state that Quantum Freaks can work with, right? It's nowhere near the same difference as in game number 1, where it was kind of just doomed, right?
Yeah.
This is, you know, Taeyun being able to get that kill back. He does have his shield bow now completed, and when he gets to 3 items, he'll still be Zeri. He'll have a Yuumi. There's a Maokai there. The amount of PO is actually good. Bulldog's dive
アン
will
ブ
be
ラルケイトリン
fantastic
射程長く
because
て
there's
さ
so
安
many
全にワード壊せるね
squishies on this team. Zeus, okay, well, Bulldog's not quite dead.
Wow,
But isn't going to kill
明かりの
Zeus.
機動力
Still,
えぐ
man, Bulldog's mechanics are
Yeah.
pretty clean.
I was saying he's really going to have to be an amazing player to get out of this.
Yes,
He did.
very used to saying that, well, they've been caught and there's multiple people here, and then never mind, second activation of the ult, and he is absolutely fine. Snap traps go down. Quantum Freak's not going to be able to fight for this Herald, but who cares? It's fine. They can
His, him getting caught there, or his greed to try to look for that pick on the Zeus, still leads
キルは一緒なんだけど
essentially
ゴールド
his
差は
death, his lack
T1 有
of
利
being
か
around or being present
タ
for
ワー
that
プレート
Rift
差
Herald takes.
ボトムで
T1
5枚
will
剥ぎ
grab
取って
that
ト
one
ッ
up.
プ3ミ
Not
ッ
a
ド
lot of
3
great targets for this one outside of the remainder
GS
of
がやら
that
れてト
turret
ップ
top
5
side
つは
of
取ってるけど
the
ミッドボトムで取れてないの
everything
が
else is gone, as it
Kondu.
turns out. Your T1's already gotten those turrets.
Yeah, that's how you stop them, is you wait until all the turrets are gone and then they can't kill any more turrets. It's a flawless plan. And of course, it gets more difficult to get out onto the map and kill all these turrets if you don't have the kind of suffocating control that they had in game number 1. And that is sort of how things have been done.
Even though Zeus he was punished repeatedly on the top side. Like, if you look at that, those isolated deaths for him, and I don't mean that he was by himself because he died with teammates often, but if you look at that alone, it looks like, oh man, this Renekton must be really, you know, in a good spot in this game. Not really, actually, comparatively, because Zeus has picked up so much of that plate and turret gold on the map that he has so much money sitting on 2 items. The Renekton is the only real frontline for the Zeri in this comp. Yeah, the Maokai kind of can be, but how do you front to back here against all this poke? You're going to have to be confident. You're going to have to be decisive. You have to kill 2 80 carries, basically, but one main threat.
Yeah.
And the Zeri, if the fight goes very long, can do it. But the game also has to go very long. There's a lot of ifs, there's a lot of conditions here.
And you also have to have a health bar. And Gumayushi's doing a great job
い
of
つ
hitting these
エンゲー
cues
ジを
and
仕掛ける
making
セジャーニウルトミスター
Ono
JS poke.
just throwing that one willy-nilly. It's absolutely
Poke.
fine. Chains of Corruption gets
Bullet hell.
and a lot of dashes
Okay.
coming on in there as the
Uruto
Rift
切った
Herald.
セジャーニがフロントを張る
Owner in a bit of trouble. There is the Crocodile coming forward. Faker trying to get rid of Bulldog, but it doesn't quite work out. Now Bulldog on the run, trying to get out. Faker sets up the
アジール
Sand
ウルトで
Soldier,
明かり飛ばして
and
ア
is
ジー
going
ル
to be
が
able to lock
明
that
かり
one
をフィ
down.
ニッシ
So
ュ
mid lane and traded for the
やっぱマホ
jungle.
カイ相手は
as
セジュアニ
Youngjae
で
could be
ボ
going
ディブ
down
ロッ
here
クが
as
ベスト
well.
か
But the net not going to connect.
パッシブ削られてなかったら一番硬いしな
Yeah, Drake's up. T1 could try to
みんな
fight
セジュア
back
ニ
and
の
take
後ろ
it
に
here,
隠
but
れ
they
た
want more. They want to maximize the value of this trade. And with no Akali threat, they're going to push this down until the wave crashes.
All right, well, Prowler's Claw Dudu diving on top of Zeus. He does slice and dice and get himself out, but that was
トップのアイテム差すげえな
dicey, to say the
He
least.
will not be having that red buff.
No.
That will not belong
ア
to
ジ
him.
ールポーク
As
バラス
T1,
ポ
it's
ー
so
クケイトリン
point
ポ
for a
ーク
Drake that
GS ポー
We've
ク
often called irrelevant, but for this comp where T1 are the ones who are taking half the health bars away all the time, this Drake is really just not going to be very valuable. It's basically a buffer for the Elder to spawn at this point in time, but they'll take the extra stats here as this fight is just Dodge that one. Hold on, dodge the next one. Okay, wait for that Varus arrow. And he chains a corruption. Like, Taeyeon's like, thank God I got a Yuumi in this game, or this is just not going to happen. They do turn and kill this Sejuani, but unfortunately when Bulldog goes a step too far, Faker reads it perfectly, and that's going to be a trade 1-for-1.
I really like the use of Emperor's Divide just to say, get out of here, Akali. Not in your Shroud, don't want to see it. Means that a lot of Akali's kit has to be used defensively to get back to the Shroud, or, you know, to try and get to safety. And so really, really well done there by Faker. Of course, knows the matchup extraordinarily well. Demonstrates it right there. 3,000 gold the lead for T1. Nowhere near the advantage they had in the first game, but still quite considerable as we move towards.
コンドゥがタワー取りに行けないな。
Zeus freely side laning. Varus with some really nice wave clear to just push mid. And Faker is being shadowed, so the one vulnerable lane, the one place where you think you can maybe try to make something happen is just really tough. I mean, it's Yuumi Maokai trying to chase this one down. Just takes so much damage.
This is crazy. Keria is just walking at this
JS ダメージえぐいな。レネクトンが
and he's putting down snap traps. He's just making it really difficult as Taeyeon's going to take an ace in the hole. And Gumayusi looking for a little bit more. Final chapter comes down. Ona's happy to tank it. And this inhibitor's dead, Wolf.
Yep.
Like, what's happening?
I mean, no, there's no response because they try to make the Maokai rotation happen top. It doesn't work. If Maokai's bottom, you could try to set something up with your ult.
This game feels unfair again. Although it shouldn't be. It shouldn't feel like this.
It really shouldn't, but it does. And this is basically T1 saying, oh, CV Max, you like,
T1 のマクロえぐいよな。
We'll give you a scrim. Although most games that go like this, you cancel the scrim. You just say regame and you go to the next one. But this is a professional game, and T1 are just going to cancel the turrets instead. And
yeah,
they've taken 5 of them off the map. An inhibitor early at 2018, I believe, was the timestamp when that one got wiped off. They have insane wave clear. They have a massive lead that was initially pretty bloodless because it was just by killing structures. Now they're starting to actually get picks and get kills with the money they earned from those structures. Baron has spawned here. And we're not too far away with the lead that T1 have with the double lethality versus this area that's only on 2 items. I'm just saying, we can start this up and turn on you. And maybe we're there now as they do clear the last part of this vision away.
There is, you know, that one way that Kwangdong Freaks gets back in is by winning a fight while T1 are trying to do Baron, getting the Baron, and then really turning this game on its head. But with this bottom lane inhibitor gone, it makes getting this Baron so much easier for T1.
レネクトンはテレポート持ってボトムでスプリッチ。ミッドプッシュからのトッププッシュでポーク、シージ、トラップ引いて敵が来れないようにする。バルス、ジェイス、ケイトリン。ユーミのヒールじゃ間に合わねえ。
Well, that inner turret is also going to go down. Bulldog has to go back to base, and maybe that just means T1 walk over to the Baron and take this one. Because look at all the darkness that Kwangdong Freaks have to trek through in order to make it to the Purple Worm.
No TP wards, nothing, no options here. They have to kind of siege their way through the jungle. There's a Maokai ult.
Yeah, Nature's Grasp to come in. That's a brilliant glacial presence to make sure that the Maokai can't get anything done. But can someone get out of here? Here's the question as Emperor's Divide gets to Bulldog, and Faker just sweeps him up on his way out. It's a 1-for-1 in the end. Ona might fall down, but honestly, he's done his job. Fantastically well done. Picks the right angle in order to escape as well. And T1, they just lose Gumayusi. They trade it for Bulldog and a Baron, and you take that every day of the week. And now they're looking for even more.
He's going to push mid, try to get a second inhibitor here.
Oh, Faker is just massive, by the way.
お互いに1人を失った状態で T1 攻める。
Has an unbroken stopwatch as well for even more safety.
And he set up this Sundis turret, which feels just unnecessary at this point, but
any super creeping droids as they head towards the Nexus turrets, Wolf?
Gonna be a second inhib. At bare minimum, as Guma's respawn headed down mid. And they can just go back 30 seconds until the Drake spawns, and that will be the Elder spawner, plus the Soul, which, again, it's helpful, but not really.
T1 タートルのうまいよな、ほんと。綺麗に取るわ。
So bad right now is Kwangdong Freaks. You still feel really bad. So this ends up being the pick onto Guma, but Faker has just had Bulldog's number all game long.
His Azir is pretty good. It's just pretty good. And he'll pick up yet another kill. Gumayusi now getting the transform on his Muramana. as T1 just look to secure this soul. We'll see whether they do get it. T1 and Zeus and Gumayusi chilling here in this mid lane. Nature's Grasp once again as Faker shifts to Sands to get out. Owner is going to break up the brambles as Youngjae gets into the backline carrier, trying to keep himself alive as the Zeri is starting to have a moment, but it stops immediately. Youngjae also going to try and twist and advance his way around this one. Bulldog flashing after getting that shuriken onto Faker. Finally some revenge, but the game, I think, is just done. Dudu and Moham, they are left alive, but these Nexus turrets are not going to be so lucky. Look at a Jace just mow them down.
What a series we witnessed tonight, Atlas.
We definitely witnessed a series. Goodbye, Moham. You will be remembered as Dudu. I don't even think he wants to. Gumayusi's there, but he just can't get access. Hail Arrows comes down and Gumayusi's dead, and Owner is just going to get out his flail and finish off the Kwangdong Freaks. There goes 2-0 for T1.